Hello! Hi ho! What up? How are we doing, folks? How are we doing? I can minimize this. Oh, I need a bit of audio, right? Okay, that's a bit of audio. I think we're good. Look, Reggie, I started already, alright? I was making sure that I ain't gonna get no insults today. Don't you know it, Tess? Chaos under 7 Dwarfs. Come on, guys. I've literally been live for like 5 seconds. Yeah, that's Outer World 2. Look, I ain't bald, man. Come on. Look, you can see the hair. There's lots of hair here. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god. Hey, Ghosty, I expected better from you. It's never a losing battle. Never a losing battle. But how we doing anyway, folks? It's Tuesday. At least I think it's Tuesday. I should probably put this on. Gain a bit of light so you can see the shining of all things. How are we doing? Yesterday I pulled Imouth. I literally didn't finish the first chapter of Wuwa and don't know her story, but I saw she could transfer into a cool fly mech, so I pulled. Dude, her story is 10 out of 10. That storyline was phenomenal. How it all tied in from 3.0 to 3.1, like, if you need to pay really close attention, but there is something in 1.3 that actually happens that actually ties in to 3.1 as well, which was really well done. But yeah, I'm a story is phenomenal. The bald is burning my eyes. Really, Devin? Really? You're gonna talk to me about bald? What are you laughing for? Be looking like Charlie Brown did. I ain't no Charlie Brown. Do I look like Charlie Brown? See, the missus said I don't look like Charlie Brown. I'm good, bullets. Yeah, I've got quite a bit to go through today, actually. So hopefully we can get through a lot of it. I know on Thursday we're going to be checking out the state of play and seeing what games are available coming to all platforms. It's not a first party. They're going to have some first party there as well, which is going to be kind of cool. Huh? Oh. Your missus is just protecting your feelings. Nah, she wouldn't do that. She's always honest with me, ain't you, babe? Right? Hello? Okay, never mind. Never mind. Homer's still got more hair. Hey, shut up. Come on! It's literally like the first 10 minutes and you guys are still ripping me into a new one. Bullets, I will send you to Jesus. Funny, I managed to get Femi, Amuth, and Cartafia with just a Pulse Day giveaway each patch. Didn't do a single event and didn't do a single chapter of the game. Damn, that's pretty good. My pulls are way unlucky, man. You're almost done with Remake. Normal difficulty. Hard mode chapter. Are you using any of those infinite HP, infinite MP, infinite 9999999 damage outlets? Are you using any of those? Look, I'm not Homer Simpson. No, Jesus would not agree. Jesus would say you're a bad, bad person. But folks, it's been an interesting week this week. There's been a bit of ups and downs and lots of bits of news all over the place. And yeah, we've got bits of news for Starfield. We've got some interesting tidbits for Fallout 76, which may blow over to Elder Scrolls Online. I was about to say 6, but no, Elder Scrolls Online. And of course, there's other little bits of news floating around with like shadow drops and whatnot. So kind of cool stuff that's been happening this week. And it's only Tuesday. Of course, nothing major in the gaming world because nothing's really happening at the moment. Everything is kind of dry. Look, gaming, not you too. Gorsty, that is not going to happen. I like my hair. My hair is very sophisticated. So, Team Ninja is releasing. Well, Gamester has collabed with Team Ninja to release this really cool controller. I actually really like it. It is a Gamester, and I think it actually looks really damn cool. It's a G7 Pro 8K. It's for PC, but I'm sure you can use it for Xbox as well. At least I think you can. But that looks damn sweet, man. Is 7 miles long for food? I mean, you gotta be desperate, but yeah, it's a bit of a journey. It's not that far, but it's further than I would prefer to drive for food. Why is that, Devin? Chaos can't be Homer. Homer has. Yeah, 7 miles is a bit of a trek. I mean, to be fair, 1 mile is far enough. Either way, though, I really like the look of this controller. It's not often I like custom controllers, but this one actually looked really nice. I like the red accent towards the gold and the grey black. It just looks really nice. So I thought I'd start it off with something cool. How could that would be crazy? What's that? And Some and Steve were talking about it, and 7 miles, how far it's from my house is from town. Mate, who would travel 7 miles just to go eat? I mean, maybe to a posh restaurant I can get, but where are you traveling for 7 miles? Oh, Devin. It doesn't take much to break that brain, does it? I told her funny. I travel over 7 miles for McDonald's. What are you, crazy? Man, traveling 7 miles for McDonald's, that's mental, man. I just order it in. I let that McDonald's come to me. Devin living with those guys from Wrong Turn. Uh, but apparently Game Pass could see more changes next year. Changes aren't expected this year, but they're looking at combining Premium and PC Game Pass, and it looks like PC Game Pass cheapness might be disappearing. Devin is wrong. But yeah, so it looks like more Game Pass changes are coming. It doesn't look like Ultimate is going to be affected by this in any way, shape, or form. Although, if these changes are happening because of Magnus for 2027, I suspect there might be changes to Ultimate as well along the way. But it looks like PC is being the plans are at the moment. Obviously, things can change. Is to combine Premium and PC together. I don't know. I think they're just going to get rid of Premium entirely. Or PC is no longer going to get day and date. If you want day and date, you have to get the Ultimate. That's my only two assumptions that can happen with this. Either the premium tier as we know it is just going to become PC, which, I don't think that's what they want to do considering they've just released it, but it is Microsoft, so it's not unheard of. Or what they're going to do with PC is whatever subscription you've got, they will honor it, and once that subscription is over, it will change to the new tariff where you'll get games 6 months to a year later on PC. And if you want day and date, you go Ultimate. That's what makes more sense to me. But then if it is with Magnus, is it Xbox Live even going to be a thing? Who knows? So this is all just kind of, rumors and whatnot. But apparently there are changes coming. You know what, Steve? Let's hope that they do that tier just for you. Just for your registered consoles. And the rest of us can enjoy it as it is right now. Who was on the lower tiers at this point anyway? It just doesn't make sense. Premium is actually quite popular. Ghosty. Premium is actually well liked. And it gained quite a bit of traction. And obviously, PC is PC. I mean, PC essentially gets a lot of what Ultimate gets without the need for the console. And they right now get the better deal, right? I think it's like £15 for a month as opposed to 25 on console. And they get all the day one games. So PC right now is getting a far superior deal, in my opinion, than what console users are getting. In the US, yeah. In the UK, I think it's like £23, £23.99. What do you mean I get the bull tier? I'm not bald. You see, Devin has premium. What's going on here? £100 tier just to play Gears. You know what? I say that sounds good. But yeah, so that's all we currently know about Game Pass changes coming soon. How about they just get rid of it altogether, go back to Xbox Live Gold and have players actually buy games so the funds go to developers and improve gaming market growth? This isn't Netflix. Well, nah. Man, Steve, why have you got your alt here, man? What are you doing here with that sort of a profile pic? I thought you didn't like that sort of thing. Game Pass is too cheap for its good. Should be $60 per month. This is definitely Steve. There's no doubt in my mind that this is Steve. 100%. Changes to each Game Pass tier. It sounds like Steve, right? I told you. I think they should give people the option if they want Fortnite Crew or the other stuff bolt-ons on there. If you don't want it, you could just take them off. But they're not going to do that. They added it for a reason. Man, I haven't played Smash Brothers in ages. I don't know if I've got Splatoon 1 or 2. Maybe I've got 3. I don't know which one I've got, actually. Haven't played that in a while either. 5 hours? You crazy? Yes, they do, Bullets. I think that would be the best way to do it, Devin. Make it a bolt-on. You know, have the core ultimate at whatever price it is, and then for $5 extra, you can have 2 bolt-ons, and that's it. I heard that there might be a Gears collaboration again with Fortnite. They're gonna put Marcus and Dom as skins into Fortnite. How the mighty have fallen. How they have. Hey, Grey Fox. What the hell's wrong with my arm? So, Replaced is getting a demo finally. This game is day one on Game Pass, but not day one for the demo. The public demo is only going to be available on Windows Store and Steam, not Xbox. And it is coming tomorrow, so for people that actually want to check it out, you can check this out tomorrow. The demo will be live, and I'm hoping it's going to be good. This game people have been waiting for this game for a long, long time. But the public demo for Replaced is landing tomorrow on Steam and the Windows Store, not Xbox. Even though it is Xbox Game Pass day one. Now, I do understand why it's not landing on the console. I know people are going to mock it, but the reason why it's not landing is most likely because of submission and how much it costs and all the testing that they would have to do. On PC, it just doesn't matter. They can just push it and there's no regulation, so there's no real downside to not putting something on PC. But because with PlayStation and Sony, they have submission, which costs around $10,000, yeah. It needs to go through a whole rigorous checks to make sure it complies with everything from standards to compliance to QA everything. So I understand why it's not available. I still think it kind of sucks, but I do get it. Yeah, exactly, Steve. Exactly. I know people are going to mock this and start joking about with it. See, Xbox demo. For now, we are only going to have the demo available on PC. We are working hard to make sure the full game is ready for PC and Xbox, though. Simply can't wait. Looks amazing. We can't confirm any plans to bring the game to additional platforms at this time, but we will update you if this changes. Already port begging! Port begging already! This game is going to be like Game of the Year, right? This is going to be Game of the Century. This game is going to be so good that Sliced Bread is going to have a look at it and say, do you know what? You are the next best thing. Girls, did you heard the news of Xbox Zero changing their YouTube brand name? I did. They are day one. And I think that's really interesting because they were talking about it for such a long time, and you know they started really talking about it in the summer last year. I didn't know that they were actually going to fully go through with it, but it makes sense. I mean, they have like 4 people on their show, 3 or 4 people, and half the time they struggle to talk about content just on Xbox. There's just not enough. It's just regurgitating the same stuff. I've always looked at kind of, you know, I look at Xbox first, but then I kind of bring in everything else and look at the wider aspect of the gaming news. So it hasn't really affected me, and that's why I personally didn't decide to go with an Xbox centric name, because I could foresee that it was never going to be enough. There's not enough content. And so I kind of understand why they're doing that, because if they stay Xbox centric, then they can't really talk about anything else. Now, the question is, will their community be okay with them talking about Nintendo Switch or PlayStation? That's going to be interesting. Thank you so much, Devin, for the $3. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Hey, do you know who's a master Yu-Gi-Oh player? Taz. No. Marmite is just nasty. It's just simple as that. It's just nasty. Like, the last time I covered leaks, like proper leaks from a game, I almost had my whole YouTube account deleted. I'm okay with that. I'm good. They seem to come after me quite a lot. Wait, who's number one? Ah, Devonius is number one. You just made the biggest. You know someone is gonna. Yeah, that's crazy. 700 watts. I saw that. That was mental. What the hell did it? What is it doing with 700 watts? Hey, Devin, thank you for the 5 super sticker, man. I appreciate you. Get good. What type of power? What wattage power supply would you need for something like that to power everything else, including, like, you know, a 5090 or a 6000 series? What you need, like a 1600 watt PSU? $2.5. Jesus Christ. I thought my 1200 was bad, but man, nah, I'm good without the 5500. Nah, my 1200 watt power supply is good enough. It'll power what I've got perfectly fine. 700 watt. What are they? Crazy. But yeah, replace tomorrow. That's going to be really, really cool. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it. They're real too. Steve was talking about it earlier in Discord. I don't know. I know it's real. Have I built my PC yet? No, probably on the weekend. Probably on the weekend. We're currently in the process of picking up a little puppy. So I've kind of been focusing on that and dealing with that at the moment, and that's kind of taken up a lot of my time, trying to find the right one. I know what I want, but the kids want something different, so it is what it is. I am being denied yet again. I don't know, I believe that the 700 watts are real. I'm just saying it's crazy. We almost got I don't even know what it is. It's Pommer something. but the seller was way too fishy. My son is covering half of it, 300 quid. So yeah, they're paying. Basically, what I said to them was, if you get a dog, unlike a cat, which is generally self-sufficient, a dog is maintenance. It needs walks. It needs looking after. It needs cleaning. It needs attention. It's not like a cat. And I said, if you're going to get one, you need to look after it. And that starts with you coughing up the money. And so they're putting about 75% of the money down for it, and I'm going to cover the other 25%. And they're picking up all the bedding and everything for it. So it's just about finding the one that they connect with. They found one today. Yeah, that's the one, Pomeranian. We found one today, but the woman just sounded really weird. She agreed to sell it to us. It was an 8-week-old one. But then she gives us a call and says that someone else came in, and we're supposed to pick it up at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and she wanted a £50 deposit. And then I was like, "What's the person's name?" And they said, "Oh, their username is Roblox something something something." And I said, "Yeah, fuck that. That's just a scam. Moment I see Roblox, that's it. It's a scam." I saw Roblox. I was like, "Yeah, we're good, buddy. Look for it." If you're an adult and you've got a username called Roblox15 something, yeah, goodbye. I'm sorry. Ain't no one gonna think. I love cats. No, this is from like a certified website that they're looking at. So, it has all the checks done, and they provide documentation for whether it's been chipped, defleed, had its checks done via the vet and everything. The ones, so the ones that we're going for are the ones that have all the documentation. I just didn't trust this one. The thing didn't. Cats are awesome. Mine just comes up to me. My cat comes up to me, gets on 2 legs, puts the 2 paws on the armrest, looks at me, and just starts saying now, 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 now. Basically, he wants food. And I'm like, "Give me a minute. I'm in the middle of a race. Now, now, now. Give me a damn minute. Now, now." Yeah. Yeah, Oreo's recovered. He's I don't know what it is, but he's become a little weird. After the surgery, he's almost had like a personality shift a little bit. I don't know if that's normal or not with cats. Spoke to the vet. They said it's fine. There was no complications or anything. It must just be after the surgery. He's had a little bit of a thing, like where he used to eat his food, he won't eat it there anymore. Now he eats it in a different location, and even if you put it back in the same place, he won't eat it there. He won't. I think because my son was basically coddling the cat after the operation, he feels safer to eat upstairs. But yeah, he's had a bit of a personality change, but other than that, he's fine. Cats are charming. I've had a small number of cats I like. Goes back to when my mate had a cat when we were younger, and that little was an assassin. He used to sprint into my ankles when I was at the top of the stairs. Uh, they're going to look after it for the first week, then it's going to be all Chaos's job. Do you know what? That's my concern, right? That's my concern. Obviously, um, I'm not gonna abandon the pup and whatnot, but I'm hoping that's not going to happen. I am not hyped for Bubsy 4D. Yeah, that's what we think as well, Woodpit. We were thinking about going to a rescue shelter, but when I looked into those, they need to come and do home visits and stuff like that. That's just overkill, man. It's not like we're gonna do something bad to the dog or anything. And the kids want it to be like a little puppy, so they can kind of grow up with it rather than getting a fully grown one. I see what you did there, Bullets. I see what you did there, buddy. I ain't part of no Sphinx cat breed. I know they bald. I ain't bald. You hear me? Because you're not. What do you mean I put my cat down? My cat's awesome. All right, so it seems like we've got some new Horizon footage. Now that we're past talking about my baldness and our failed attempt at picking up a pup today, this actually looks really damn cool. This is in engine, so it's not actually running on anything, right? This looked damn good. It's just showing the environment, but damn, it looked good. Japan gonna be awesome. The Sakura blossoms. Mate, Forza Horizon 6 is gonna be awesome, man. This game is going to be sick. Oh god, after I flipped out last week, I'm done with Dreamcast Skyman. I don't know, he was old and sick, but he always annoyed me during Elden Ring. Hey, that's what my, Mini. He was playing Valorant in a ranked match, right? He's the only one left. His whole teammate is wiped. It's 1v1. It's really tense. All I can hear from upstairs is, Oreo, get your ass out my face! No, I can't see anything! Move your head! And he died. Oreo basically completely sabotaged his ranked win. That was awesome. You just hear him screaming upstairs, move out the way! Good old Oreo. Oreo sent you here, as he should. But we do have some information for Horizon 6. Famous landscapes of Japan, including Tokyo City, Shibuya Crossing, Ginkgo Avenue, and Tokyo Tower. Iconic mountain passes like Mount Haruna and Bandai Azuma. More dramatic seasons than in Mexico. Snow always available in mountainous alpine region. New event type, Horizon Rush. There's going to be a shared open world without separate matchmaking, including time attack circuits, car meets, and drag meets. That's kind of cool. Customizable garages and multiplayer event lab. Rare aftermarket cars. Car proximity radar. I'm guessing that's for police chases, maybe. Updated car engine and sounds. Updated Forza Aero. Paint liveries on windows. New rims. Cosmetic tire wear. Updated steering animations with up to 540 degrees of wheel rotation. So who's excited for Forza Horizon 6? Come on, who's excited for Forza Horizon 6? I hope we can drive through Akihabara, electric district of Tokyo, full with arcades and karaoke bars. You know what, Grey Fox? What would be even more awesome? If you could drive through there, stop, get out, go into the arcade buildings, and play the arcades there. Now that would be next level. Bubsy 4D is better than Forza React 2 trailer. The proximity radar is for racing. It'd have been better if it was for police cars just going, yeah. Hey, Talos, how's it going? But yeah, this looks actually really cool. It sounds really good, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm hoping it's going to be good. Man, have you guys seen this? So, Jen, right? She wrote an article, and in the article, at the bottom, now this is what was posted because she had a problem with her Xbox LIX. And now if we go to the bottom, it says, where is it? While this doesn't specifically mean there is an influx of ROG Ally units failing, it certainly gives me the heebie-jeebies to know that Asus are currently overwhelmed with repair across their product range, right? Could the Xbox Ally be the culprit? There doesn't seem to be an influx failures over the primary subreddit for the Xbox LIX or Asus, so perhaps I'm simply supremely unlucky. If you're an Xbox Ally owner reading this, I hope for your sake my situation is a one-off. Right? One-off. So the PlayStation fan base has decided that they're going to take that bait, right, and then go on a spree of Xbox bad. Xbox bad. And this Solid Snake twat, who's clearly calling himself a clown because none of them actually read the article, and they're all a bunch of twats. Look at them, they're all so dumb. A bunch of Rakanishus. They're all so stupid. They just got made a fool out of by Jennifer. Well, I don't even know what her surname is. Let me see. By Jennifer Young. And they're all just sitting here going, Xbox bad. No. Her one just stopped working entirely. It just didn't power on. Her one just literally died. Like it just made it rest in peace. No, her one just died, Steve. Like literally died. There's no power. No charge to it, nothing. And these people, right? And look at him. Are you 12? Look at it. Are you 12? This is legitimate news. He didn't even read the article. How dumb is Brap? This guy is so thick that underneath, inside the Theosaurus, they've left a special place with his name in there. This guy is so damn stupid that the word stupid has multiple translations with his name in it. The same goes for this guy. These guys are so dumb that the word dumb is actually getting offended that they're being compared with them. That's how stupid these guys are. You can't fix stupid. And when you call out stupid, are you 12? When the guy didn't even read the article, like I showed you, where she's saying it's a one-off. They took the bait. All because it was written, my Xbox LIX is broken. Asus admits it's experiencing high repair volume. They didn't even read the article. They are so stupid. I'm telling you, it comes next level with this fan base. They all just take the information that they see with the one line. They can't comprehend actually reading something. They can't even listen to what you're actually saying. They're so thick as shit. They make a rock look smart. Absolute moronic, stupid, idiotic pricks. They are pretty special. They're a pretty special breed, I have to say. They really are. And they thought that I'm acting like a 12-year-old. When you are that dumb, and then you're publicly making yourself look even dumber, and then you're trying to kind of save face by trying to insult someone. What are you, 12? Fucking stupid idiots, man. They are some next level stupid. There is no disputing this. They are some next level stupid. I mean, it's like I had one of them arguing with me that 12 times 0 is 12. No lie. 12 times 0 is 12. That was crazy. My guy was trying to tell me that 12 times 0 is 12. Now that's some next level dumb. I'm left speechless with this fan base. $12 times 0. It's in the equation, man. You can't times anything by 0. They took that bait hard. That bait was left there by Jennifer Young, and they swam to it like little fishies. I'm not wrong, actually. I've actually had it verified by 4 or 5 different people. I'm correct. And if you are agreeing with him, then you're wrong as well. I wouldn't want to be one to agree with him. Just gonna put it out there. And I would not change my mind on that one either. You don't want to be in the same position as him. Not always. Not in schools. Not always. So no, you are wrong on this one. When is the state of play or state of mid, as you say? Thursday at 10 o'clock my time, so it'll be during my stream. Starfield. Yes, I know I'm right. I know I'm right, Steve. Starfield expansion and PS5 port to be announced next month, apparently. Finally. Are we taking any bets on this? Apparently, it's not going to be at the state of play. And Starfield news on PS5, I'm assuming, hoping to see the next expansion. Since this keeps up coming, it will be... So apparently the news is going to start coming out in March. And the release is going to be in April. So... what do you guys think? Are we going to see news next month with the release in April? Woodpit, yeah, pretty much. Do you think we're going to see Starfield 2.0 news in March? So apparently it's not going to be at the PlayStation Showcase. It is not going to be shown there. And news should start to flow around... You say 50-50? I've never checked on Shinobi's track record, honestly. Pretty much, Vince. I don't think it's going to be a shadow drop. I think they're going to... based on what Shinobi is saying here, they're going to basically showcase the update in March and say, hey, it's going to be available next month. That is not my next hype game. That is not my next hype game, man. No, I think Bethesda's more busy with Fallout because of the TV show. Starfield. I mean, Starfield has to land at some point, right? I think if they were going to release Fallout 3 remastered, I think that would have been a really good time to do it during the show. I think they are slowly missing that window now. Do you think Bubsy 4D is actually going to sell? I think that game is going to crash and burn. I think that game is going to crash and burn so bad. But hey, time will tell, right? Time will tell. It'll be interesting to see what other changes are coming to Starfield. Supposedly 2.0. I think this 2.0 update. I mean, they've taken an extra amount of time to do the update, which, in my opinion, was ready last year, but didn't release because of the PlayStation release. But I think they're gonna have to make this a big one. Otherwise, I think you're gonna find a lot of people are gonna be disappointed. '76 does get a lot of support. Now, I don't actually have any slides here for 76, but it's a good segue. 76 might be getting cross-save and crossplay, which is... I mean, cross-save kind of exists between PC and the PC Game Pass version and the Xbox version. I don't know if the Steam version would work with it. it does work kind of with the cross save. Just anything you've purchased in terms of, the microtransactions will only work on your Xbox and not on the PC, and vice versa. So they're still separate builds, but you can kind of log in and continue your save. I don't know if it works with the other versions on PlayStation and Steam, but apparently now they're working on, well, they're going to try and make Fallout 76 truly crossplay, so you can play with different platforms. Because right now, if you're on Xbox, you play only with Xbox players. If you're on PlayStation, only PlayStation. If you're on Steam or the Windows Store, you don't play with each other. You play separately. If I think that's correct. So each version is completely individual. So I don't really know why they went down that route, which is weird. But they did. And they did that with Elder Scrolls Online as well. Mate, I would love them to introduce co-op in Starfield 2.0, but that, I think, is such a major update that it would require fundamental changes to the netcode, and I just don't feel like they're in a position to do that right now. I think adding co-op right now would probably break things more than fix. It's stupid that the mods you buy are locked to the platform you bought them on, even though it's the same account. Yeah, stuff like this shouldn't be happening, right? And considering Microsoft's whole kind of philosophy right now with especially live service games is we want you to be able to play wherever you want, anywhere, and take all your stuff with you. This really goes against that grain of thinking. Now, I do understand that Fallout 76 did come out before, the acquisition and stuff went through, but Starfield didn't. So it'll be interesting to see if they decide to see any co-op things like that. Obviously, Elder Scrolls also came out before, so those are kind of like legacy titles that are kind of trapped. But I still think that they should work on making them work crossplay. I just think it'll be so much better for each of the games having more people there. I think the games would just live longer. I'm not saying it doesn't have players. The difference between Fallout 76 is that it's an ever evolving game that has constant updates. Starfield doesn't have that. It doesn't have, an update releasing every 3 months or every 6 months. The last update was supposed to land, the big one in September, and they didn't get it. 100% Devastator. Apparently, Sony doesn't do that anymore. I don't know if that's not the case anymore. I read somewhere that Sony doesn't do that anymore. They've kind of stopped it. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. But, you know, whatever the situation is, I think if Sony turned around and said, no, we don't want that, I think Microsoft should just openly come out and say, we wanted to do this. And Sony said no, so we are, like what Borderlands did. They basically said, we wanted to make the game all those years ago cross-platform, but Sony said this and this and this, and they exposed Sony for the horrible people that they are. So I think Microsoft should just do the same. They're under no, position to play nice with them in any way, shape, or form. Bruno hates Atelier Riser. Why does he hate Thick Thighs? Thick Thighs save lives. We all know this. Even Steve knows this. Actually, now that you mention Bruno, it's worth actually bringing Bruno into this because he says, right, not me, but Bruno says, right, not me. I'm just reading what Bruno has wrote. GeForce Now on basically anything, and probably the upcoming Steam machine, using the native NVIDIA app for GeForce Now is such a game changer and probably the future of gaming. Ultra settings, high resolution, and high frame rates, even on demanding games. This is, I mean, he said it here, right? Is such a game changer and probably the future of gaming. This isn't even me. This is Bruno saying this. This is Bruno. Riser did save Atelier franchise, literally with her thighs. I agree, Vince. Hey, look. Is it me? There's actually voice recordings here, which I'm not going to play, but there is 2 clips here where he shows off and he's so excited for GeForce Now with the NVIDIA native app on stuff like the Xbox Ally X, the Steam Deck, the Steam machine. You don't even need to, have a powerful machine. I'm just saying what he's saying right here. I'm just reading it. I didn't say anything, man. So, I think Bruno should finger. I think you guys should have a word with Bruno. Fallout 769, if crossplay does come, yeah, I think that would be cool. That would definitely be nice. Devastator. NVIDIA shields. Dead money. I don't think it really matters. Game Pass is dead money. You don't own anything. So what's the difference? You pay for Game Pass, right? So it's dead money. There's literally no difference. In fact, this probably saves you money anyway. If GeForce Now is your primary way of playing, it saves you over the ridiculous prices of graphics cards costs. You don't even need a high-powered PC to be able to run something like this. Hey, it's up, Infinite. At least you own the games. You're just using another medium to play it. And technically, you could just go through the free tier, right? You don't have to pay. Yeah, I don't Diablo. I'm gonna be straight. Ever since Game Pass came around, my buying metric for games that are on Game Pass has been like very, very minimal. If a game is on Game Pass, I just don't buy it. It's totally cannibalized the buying attitude I had for games on Xbox. Now, if it isn't on Game Pass, I'll buy it. Like I bought Atelier Yumia. That is not on Game Pass. That is a flat out game. I bought it. There's a bunch of other like smaller games that aren't on Game Pass that I purchased. Sideward scrolling and horizontal and vertical shooters. Bullet hell games that aren't on Game Pass, I'll buy them. If the game isn't on Game Pass, I'll happily buy it. But unless there's like a collector's edition or a special edition, like the Indiana Jones Globe or the Starfield watch, I'm just not gonna buy it. I mean, Ninja Gaiden, I would have bought that game easily, but it's on Game Pass, and I've played it, I've finished it. I'm not gonna go back to it. I'm done with the game. I'm not buying it. Oh no! The haircut guy is crying! The haircut guy is crying! Oh no! Michael Carrick told him to lose on purpose. I mean, you see, Jesse, that's not on any subscription service, so I get people buying that. I bought Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the Switch version. I pre-ordered it because it comes with the ZAC card for Magic of the Gathering, and that's going to be worth a lot of money in the future because it's not being released as a normal card. It's just specifically with the Switch bundle. So that's going to be worth a lot of money in the future. That's literally the only reason I bought the Switch version. Xbox doesn't have a physical, or if they did, they probably would have provided the same card. I would have got it for Xbox, but I want the card. You put a tenner on United to win too. Hey, look, we got 90 minutes, then we got Carrick time. It's the new Fergie time. There's always a chance. Microsoft just does, because Microsoft does Play Anywhere, it doesn't really make sense to have a physical because you can't play anywhere with the disc. So it defeats the whole purpose of Play Anywhere. And so then what's going to happen is people are going to turn around and say, hey, why is it that digital purchases at the same price get Play Anywhere and me as a disc user don't? It's not fair. And so at that point, then you're going to have a problem, and it's just not worth that problem. The moment Microsoft introduced Play Anywhere and the way that they've been going, it is the only reason why we don't have it. That and the fact that physicals they want to kill off because secondhand gaming is, hurtful to publishers. That said, though, if you go to Computer Exchange in the UK, they're charging £45 for second-hand games on the Switch, or £50 for second-hand games on the Switch when it's £50 brand new. And I'm like, why the hell am I paying £50 for a second-hand game? Steam machine doesn't need a disc drive, right? The whole Steam is full digital. Chaos, did you get Final Fantasy Remake Magic Card Pack on Switch version? No, I did not. I did not. I regret, but I did not. But I know you can buy those packs anyway, so there weren't the cards in there weren't unique. The one that's with Rebirth is unique. That's going to be worth a lot of money. I remember when the PS5s and the Series X's first came out. And we had a game opposite to where our computer exchange was. So basically, what you had was the people in computer exchange were going to game, buying the console, the PS5 and the Series X as they came in. They brought it back to their store, broke the seal, and said it was secondhand, and then put the price up by £200-300. That's crazy, right? That's mental. They were actually doing that when the PS5 and the Series X came out. But yeah, so here you have Bruno finally agreeing with me. Now you agree with me, right? You see? You see? You see? He's toasting a glass to my excellence. So it seems like if you guys like this guy's game, Joseph Fares, he has posted a selfie from the set of his next unannounced game. So for those of you excited for, the games that he has made, Split Fiction, I think, was the latest one. Or was it something else? No, that was the older one. There was a newer one, wasn't there? Well, there is a new game, unannounced, that he is working on. What I did find was what In Exile said was rather funny. I think this game is going to be censored on Switch. In Exile, they know, man. They know. I really hope Square put third card, which is Aerith or Cloud, for the final remake. Who knows, man? That would be cool, though. Then why is my digital copy of the game the same price as the physical when it costs less to produce digital? You have high street price shops to blame for that. The original idea was that digital was supposed to be cheaper. Here in the UK, companies like Game actually raised a massive ruckus. They petitioned to Parliament to stop digital prices being cheaper because they would kill high street prices and basically high street stuff. High street stores would die. Fast forward 10 years, 20 years, high street stores are dead anyway, and Game has gone bust. It didn't help them because people are just buying digital anyway. But the original idea was that digital was going to be cheaper, but the high street stores prevented that from happening. And because now it's been socially accepted that they're the same price, businesses have no reason to reduce them. Even though they could, they have no reason to reduce them. There are people who gave Amarim credit. Yeah, they're crazy. For removing the players that are not performing, but didn't realize he was the one who can't get them to perform, including Mino. I mean, the moment Amarim... Was it Amarim that got rid of Cristiano Ronaldo, treated him like crap? The moment that happened, I was like, yeah, you're an idiot. No, that was Ten Hag, right? That was that idiot Ten Hag. That guy was a complete moron. They did that, and Game is in administration for the second time. Yeah. So you have them to blame for it. And as anyone will tell you when it comes to big corpo, Ronaldo did not need to go. He was being treated badly. Ronaldo was great. He was not a clown. You were just jealous that he wasn't at Liverpool. Nah, I do not believe that for a second. Who, Ronaldo? He's still performing really well. Scoring every week. As an expert, I'm scared of the upcoming... I mean, that's where they all go. I mean, he went there purely for the money, right, Woodpit? Why are you scared? So yeah, I thought this was quite funny. But yeah, Joseph Fares is they're making a new game. I think Moyes was right, and they couldn't handle Moyes telling them the truth. Moyes was 100% right. I think Moyes was the right man for the job. I just think they got rid of Moyes. I actually think Moyes was right for the job. He would have done a good job. If you like Monster Hunter Wilds, I have some good and bad news. You are getting another update. However, that update is their final update to Monster Hunter Wilds and will be arriving this month to coincide with the game's anniversary. We don't know much details about the next Monster Hunter, but I think they kind of want to get rid of this one and pretend it never happened because of the reputation for this one just wasn't great. Although the game I heard was really good, I didn't really get into it. I enjoyed the beta and whatnot, but I didn't actually dive into this one and never bought it in the end. Not really sure why. I enjoyed World a lot, but I only played World until I finished the campaign. Once I finished the story and it became farming, I kind of lost interest. Starfield isn't going to be there. At least based on what Shinobi said. I would like to see something like Resistance. I really enjoyed the Resistance franchise, so if Insomniac could revive the Resistance franchise, I know it wasn't wildly popular, but I think it could do well. When you finish in Golem, you see that figure at the top when that hits 25. Let's see. I told you, man. Carrot time. Maybe more PS1 classics. What I would like Sony to do with the PS1 games is to work with the people that do PS1 emulation, where they upscale the graphics so it's nice and clean and it looks nicer with whatever they do, and actually give you that version of a PS1 game. I just don't think giving you a one-to-one version of what was original is cutting it with our displays now. Don't forget, back then it was like a 480p display, right? Now we're looking at 2160, so I think they should add a lot more filtering to it. And I know they won't do it, but they should. Just 100% the entire Final Fantasy trilogy on Steam. Nice. I still need to play Lightning Returns. But right now I'm playing through Dragon Quest VII, which I'm going to be playing tomorrow. If I wake up early... You're going to wake me up early? You're going to wake me up early tomorrow? You're going to wake me up early tomorrow? She said maybe. So if I wake up early tomorrow, I might start like really early and have like a really long extended stream tomorrow for Dragon Quest VII. But yeah. Okay, so PC handhelds are getting crazy. Aya Neo plans to launch a $4,299 next to Windows handheld. Yes, that's the real price, and no, it's definitely isn't a joke. It is $4,299, and I'm guessing you have to pay tax on top of that. Aya Neo is quickly making a name for itself in the handheld gaming. Have you guys noticed how Aya Neo is literally making a handheld every week? At this point, they might as well just change their name to Rabbits with the way they're actually pumping these handhelds out. But at what point does the price become silly? Did you know Subnautica is 1440p and 60 FPS on the docked on Switch 2? You can finally play on the 17th of February, Kels. I'm happy you play Subnautica. but Subnautica is not for me. But seriously though, these prices are getting crazy. Now don't get me wrong, this is a really powerful handheld, right? But 4,299. Is there any more info on this, on specs? Will launch in multiple configurations with entry-level pricing starting at $1,800 if you pre-order. That model features an AI Max 385, 32 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte, rising to $2,000 at full price. These aren't weak specs. The next two should comfortably handle most modern games depending on settings and resolution. If that isn't enough, it also offers a higher tier at $2,300 for the early bird. That's got a 395, 64 AI Max Plus 395 instead of the 385. At 64 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte of storage, putting it a step above devices like the GPD Win 5, which are monsters in themselves, which uses the Ryzen AI Max 385. And it doesn't stop there. The top configuration uses the AI Max 395, but pairs it with 128 gigs of RAM, 2 terabytes. If you pre-order it, you get it for $3,500, or the retail price of $4,300. Raw performance, the hardware itself is equally ambitious and features a 9-inch screen at 2400 by 15 OLED display with 165 Hz refresh rate, over 1,000 nits for peak brightness, 1155 to be exact. Hall effect triggers, something I feel the Xbox Ally line of devices really needed. Battery life will likely be the real test. It includes a large 116 watt battery, unlike the GPD Win 5. The handheld weighs in at a 1,426 grams, which is more than double the Xbox Ally X. That could make extended play sessions uncomfortable, as someone who owns the Xbox Ally X and already finds it a bit heavy over time. It's also an extremely expensive machine. I mean, just get this and install your Steam OS on there, and you've got your Steam machine. There you go. For as little as $4,300. Wait till the Intel chips arrive. Steve, you're going to buy one of these? With the Intel chip. So it'll be like $6,000. For $4,299, you might as well just buy a full-on gaming PC. Hey, but this is portable, right? You can take it wherever you want. It is pretty much a PC. It's a brick. It's already silly. Strix Halo was already overpriced with today's RAM prices. That Civil War RTS game looked kind of cool. Which one's that? I owned AI and Neo in 2021 handheld. I don't recommend this brand. Oh, interesting. They're posting brand name. We can see them. I didn't see you posting before. The last one I saw you post was one of the achievements required New Game Plus. Oh, that's nasty. I bet it wasn't even offside, right? That's just mean. I haven't heard the drama about the latest Yakuza game. I have, however, heard the drama about the latest Overwatch character. Great, that's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, 4,300, that's mental pricing, man. That is crazy. Yeah, I'm just calling shenanigans on that, Gorsty. But Digital Foundry, who said they were done with Xbox and no longer covering Xbox, have decided that Xbox bad, we're going to cover that news. Good old Digital Foundry playing to the algorithm of Xbox bad because why not? It really shows the integrity of a company when they turn around and say, we're no longer going to be covering this platform because it just doesn't get any views. But as soon as they want to cover Xbox bad, as soon as it's Xbox bad, they're at the front of the line covering Xbox bad. Man, how did Digital Foundry become this bad? Oh, I heard about that. That was old though, right? That was like years ago. Brandon. That was in one of the other games, no? I think I heard about it like a year or two ago. I mean, I don't really watch Digital Foundry at all because the moment anything is Xbox related, they just shit on it for no reason. Which tells me that they're biased and I just can't take anything they take seriously. I don't mind if people criticize something because it is actually bad. I don't have a problem with that. I have no problem with that at all. Because if it's bad, right? But if you're just going to sit there and criticize something just for the sake of it being bad, or glaze something just because it's your favorite brand, then I just don't have time for that. For me, it's both ways. I just want you, if you're reviewing hardware, or if you're reviewing a game, or if you're doing something, I want you to review whatever you're doing, or break down whatever you're doing on the merits of what you are actually doing and what you're seeing. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. But don't bring biases into it because it's painfully obvious when people see it, and it just doesn't leave a good, it's just really scummy in my eyes, and you're only doing it for views, and they know it. And the fact that they said they were done covering Xbox because it doesn't get views, and then they post this. How viable is a 24/7 next gen Xbox? Like, they're trying to say it's not going to happen. If Steam can't do it, there's no way Microsoft can do it. As if Microsoft isn't a bigger company than Valve. But apparently, they just have to do the Xbox bad card, and I just don't like it. I used to watch PC stuff until they're like, wow, why won't this game that needed a 1990 play on a GTX? Yeah, exactly, Steve. That's the type of crap I'm talking about. Right? That's the exact type of rubbish I'm talking about. Like, people saying, oh, but it should work on my 1060. No, it shouldn't. It's a really old card, and maybe it might be time for you to upgrade your PC. And if you can't upgrade your PC until you can either save money, or if you're not in a position to do that, there are other services out there that can allow you to play those games without it. But at the end of the day, there needs to be a baseline, and at some point, I get optimization though, don't get me wrong, but some cards are just too old. And I still see people on Reddit, right, saying that if the game doesn't work on, and I've seen them talking about that GTX 580, Steve, saying that if it doesn't work on there, they're just going to drop the game, and I'm like, good. But they expect that publishers owe them a right for their games to work on a graphics card that was made, when dinosaurs were roaming the earth. And I just don't think that's right. And this isn't me being entitled to anything. No. Like I said, and like you all know, I use GeForce Now because sometimes my graphics card can't do what I want it to do. And I'm not in a position where I can afford to buy a new graphics card. So I make do with what I can. These people can do the same. Exactly, Woodpit. They would be really good if they were unbiased. But there used to be like a couple of other PC YouTubers that used to be really cool about what they were doing. But then they started this whole hate war against Nvidia and hate war against AMD, and you can clearly see that they're either pro AMD or pro Nvidia, and no matter what the company does, they just don't care. or they flip-flop like crazy depending on what's trending. And then you can't really take what they're saying seriously anymore. I just don't like that. Steve, you must have seen that a ton. I brought nothing up again. That said, Battlefield 6 works on a 1060 since it's below spec. That's fine. If it works, it's a blessing. If it doesn't, you shouldn't cry about it. This guy saying Game Pass is not good, but has... No, I was saying, because I think we were having this discussion not that long ago, where these PC YouTubers, they've now become like either flip-flopping depending on what's trending, or they've just become pro AMD or pro Nvidia. And even if they are doing bad, or they're not doing what they're supposed to do, or, you know, you should be criticizing them, they won't criticize them. They'll still say they're the second coming just because it's their favored brand. And I think that's just stupid. And the moment you start doing that, it's just you lose all credibility. Would you play the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy again if they released a remaster? Do you know what? I really enjoyed Final Fantasy 13. I think I probably would. I think I probably would. I am not bold! God damn it! That's what I thought. I don't know. I just don't like fake. I guess that's my point. I don't like fake. So apparently, Reloadian, a co-op compatible roguelite scheduled for release in 2026. Gameplay trailer revealed. This is from the Japanese Twitter account, but apparently it's going to be available globally, so I thought we'd check it out. It actually looks pretty cool if you like roguelike games. Where is the sound for this thing? I don't see the sound. Oh, it's over here. Let's put it down a bit. It looks alright. I don't know if any of you have heard of this game or seen this game. Wow, that was really loud. Okay. Okay, look. Am I crazy? Or does that sound like the laugh from... I've heard it in Gears of War. Is it just me? Or is it from Gears? From the Locusts? Listen to it clearly, right? I'm going to put the volume up. Listen to the laugh. It sounds so much like the Locusts from Gears of War. Can't you guys hear that? Is there no audio? There is no audio. Pro streamer strikes again. I'm telling you, man, this is pro streamer stuff. Yeah, listen to it now. Doesn't that sound... That sounds like the Gears... The Locust, right? I don't know. To me, it sounded like the Locust. But anyway, let's check out the trailer. Yeah, that's it. That's what it sounded like. It instantly just stood out for me. And I was like, did they just rip off that sound? I was like, Steve gonna be pissed. I don't know. This is a game that's coming out soon. It's a roguelike game, and I know people like these sorts of games, so I thought I'd just show it so people are aware of it. It looks kind of cool. It looks fun. And it is multiplayer as well, for those people that want to play, you know, these sorts of games in multiplayer. It looks really challenging. Oh, god damn it! Okay, now you got the video. I'm just gonna go away. You see, if you said it 5,001 times, I would have seen it. I don't know. It looks kind of it looks good. Reloadian. Coming out soon on Xbox. I don't know. I thought I'd show you guys this because it looked really cool. And I liked it. It might very well just be that. Not. Another game called Might Ria, which is, you can wishlist it on Steam right now. This is from, I think, the makers of Devil May Cry, if I'm not mistaken. Well, one of the makers of Devil May Cry. 505 Games are making this, so let's check this one out. You guys might be interested in the other game. I'll get you the names and everything in a sec. This is another one. That was a big change. Just wore a mask. But apparently the combat artist or something from Devil May Cry left to make this game. Definitely has some waifus in there. It looks alright. They do know their audience. I am their audience. That was hilarious. So I've heard that this is coming to Steam first, but it should be coming to consoles as well, but they haven't said which one. I made a mistake? What mistake did I make? What mistake did I make? World's End Club is a game that has shadow dropped onto Xbox. Don't really know much about this one. I know it just has appeared. There's no video on Microsoft's website. It is £16. Don't really know much about it. So yeah, this is another one. Don't really know what sort of game this one is, actually. It's a fusion of 2D scrolling puzzle action game and a story adventure game. The guy leaving to make that game? Yeah, I know. There was... Let's see, was there anything else on that? Might Raya? Not really. Oh, it's a former Devil May Cry developer, Wazan K, shows off his new solo developed effort. So Wazan K, I don't know what he did for Devil May Cry, but he worked on Devil May Cry. And this is that Might Rhea was his solo effort. This one just shadow dropped onto Xbox, no fanfare, no publication, no nothing. They just throw it out there and said, good luck, buddy. I wish you the best, and God bless, and I will see you in whenever I see you. Which I think is one of Microsoft's problems. There's just no advertising for their games at all. But what did you think of those 3 games? You've got Reloadian, which is looking cool. I think the game looks alright. This is pretty much, I think, going to be on everything. But it is coming soon on Xbox. You have Might Rhea, which for now is on Steam. Which looked really good. And of course you've got whatever this is. World Ends Club. Xbox should be ashamed for letting this on their platform. Absolutely not. But yeah, I wonder if there's like a trailer for World's Ends Club. Let's have a look. Maybe there is. I have no idea what this is. I just know it dropped, and there was zero fanfare for it at all. Apparently, World's Ends Club was released on Switch a long time ago. 4 years ago, in fact. Here's the official HD trailer for the game. Let's have a look. I don't know what this is. I'm really hoping it is safe for work.
The name's Penelope.
Mate, Steve, this is right up your alley.
Need to figure out is what your task is. However you want to get that done, it's up to you. Watch this! You can't get away!
Who thinks Steve should play this game?
If we all work together,
The Go-Getters Club will never fall apart. Friends till the end. World's End Club.
Coming May 28th, 2020.
Steve, I think this game would actually be really good. Mate, you played Peppa Pig. You can't even say that anymore. And you played Barbie. There's no way that you can try and pull that 5-year-old stuff. You lost that right after you know, got 1,000 achievement points for Barbie and 1,000 achievement points for Peppa Pig. See? Woodpit agrees with me. You should definitely play it. Another game that's coming day one to Xbox Game Pass is a game heist platformer Relooted. Now, I don't really know anything about this. I don't know if anyone else does. No, I'm not. Do not consent. Relooted is available today, apparently. Didn't see that coming. I'm not sure if there's any... Okay, we do have a trailer for it. It does actually... It dropped today. Again, no information for this.
Talk to me, Cryptic.
I'm not going to
It's
talk
in
to
the
you.
air.
Good. Let's do this.
I mean, you can totally see the difference between the game I showed with Frightmare and this one. That one had waifus. This one clearly doesn't.
What's the target?
Behold, the Bangwa Queen from Cameroon.
We must return her home.
Anything else while we're there?
Ooh, that Asante gold mask would be great to have.
Okay, how do we get in?
You can go through the front door, sis, but you'll need to be quick.
Through the garage. Wednesday is garbage collection, so security is lax.
Locked.
God damn it! Look. Look. It's because Steve was turning around and trying to write words. It actually messed up my stream.
Talk to me, Cryptic.
It's in the air.
Bluey too.
Good. Let's do this. What's the target?
Behold, the Bangwa Queen from Cameroon.
We must return her home.
Anything else while we're there?
Ooh, that Asante gold mask. would be
What words
great
are
to
being
have.
censored?
Okay, how do we get in?
You can go through the front door, sis, but you'll need to be quick.
Through the garage. Wednesday is garbage collection, so security is lax.
Locked.
New shutters. I can handle the locks.
Look at that combo!
You're welcome.
Okay, I'll take that.
Stairwells are closed off hours. We'll need them.
I'll have a look after this trailer. What do you guys think?
I'm in.
Have you got a surefire way out? Once the alarm is tripped, you won't have time to think.
So think ahead. Got it.
That door will close when the alarm is triggered.
Your exit route is through the construction site.
However you get here, we'll be waiting for you.
I'm ready. Let's bring it home.
Go, big sis!
It's time to get out of there.
I've almost got it.
Africa has you on their side.
Nearly there, Nomali.
Bad guys are coming.
I mean, I like the concept.
Run!
10 seconds left.
That thing is fast.
Move, Nomali.
Let's go!
There was a game by EA years ago. It was a 3D first-person game. I think your name was Faye or something. I can't remember what it was called now. You were basically running. You were a runner. Oh, what was the name? It almost reminds me of that as a 2D game. Mirror's Edge, that's it. It reminds me of that. Let's see what's going on with what is getting restricted. I see the no video. No. Yeah, I'm not even seeing it. I'm not even getting any errors here. Where it's, you know, it's not my actual chat flagging it. What would be your most hyped game coming up, Chaos? Not World's Edgefield, no. I don't even know. Honestly. I'm excited for Fable, but I'm keeping my expectations in check because I'm really... I'm hoping it's going to be good, I think. Forza Horizon 6 is going to be good, but I'm not that big on racing games, so it's going to be a game I play for a little bit and then put down, so I know I'm going to do that. I don't know. I know Wolverine is probably going to be good, but I think it's just going to be the same as Spider-Man with just a different coating. I'm really not sure. I guess Tomb Raider would probably be one of the games I'm really looking forward to. That's up and coming. That's probably going to be here next year. I think it's on YouTube side. It's everywhere, not just here. Man, that guy is crying. That guy is crying. But yeah, this game kind of reminds me of Mirror's Edge. But it's not Mirror's Edge. I think Tomb Raider is probably the game that I'm excited for. I'm not really excited for Intergalactic because I don't know anything about it. There's no Telu 3 or New Uncharted. There's no Nier Automata. There's no new Final Fantasy. I suspect Gears Z Day is going to be good, but from what I know about it, it's going to be one map, and that's it. Kind of one big map that you can roam around. And that doesn't... I don't know. I'm hoping it's going to be good, but I think it's going to be a different experience to what we're used to with Gears of War. I think they're trying something different, and I hope it works out. So I'm looking forward to that. Jumping back into Halo would be nice with Campaign Evolved, but it's kind of an old game, so I'm not excited in that sense, but it'll be nice to revisit Halo again. Then again, I still need to play Infinite, so there's still that. I really should get that finished at some point. But yeah, a lot of games that I'm looking forward to haven't been announced. And so... time to move platform. Hey, Discord is going to require... what is it? Age verification soon. James Bond is Hitman. I want to play it, but I don't have the excitement that others do for it. I mean, everything about James Bond just looked like Hitman. And I don't mind the Hitman games. They're fine, but I'm not crazy about them. And I suspect... Man, that haircut guy is gonna... He's crying now, man. It is, Leaf. It is. But it's gonna broaden eventually. And the problem with Discord is they just don't have a good reputation, right? They said that they don't hold personal data, and when their leak happened, a bunch of personal data got leaked with it. They lied about it. They do store personal data. So even with this, if they say that they're not storing the personal data, no one believes them because they've lied about it already. So no one wants to do it. So... Sloth mark out again. Gary's mod would work as well, apparently. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Is that the zombie game? And I really hope this Might Raya is good. It looks really fun. Apparently everyone's is failing. But I don't have any dropped frames. It's definitely not on my end. And if I'm looking on the stream, In terms of stream health, everything is excellent. Analytics-wise, it's fine. I think YouTube is just having a fritz at the moment. Toxic Commando, yeah? John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Do you guys want to check out the trailer? Or do you guys want to see a gameplay overview? Did you guys notice that this started happening pretty much as Man United drew? I think that guy that can't get a haircut finally caved in and just wanted to destroy everything and anything around the world. Alright, so this is like a gameplay overview trailer. You just said guy.
Welcome to John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, the newest co-op zombie shooter launching March 12, 2026. Today, you'll be getting the rundown on missions, progressions, and a whole lot more about the game. Strap in. It's time to fucking go commando. Toxic Commando is a
Send it to me on
survival game where the world's going to hell and mutants are everywhere.
Keywords, I haven't done anything.
And play as Walter, Kato, Ruby, and Astrid. A bunch of criminals hired to clean up this mess and maybe save humanity while they're at it. You'll blast through multiple missions, each in a semi-open world packed with
I have
zombie heads to
instinctively
blow off.
banned certain words, but they're like
Ready to
racist
face
words.
hordes of those sludge bastards. Saber Interactive Swarm technology throws hundreds upon hundreds of real enemies at you simultaneously.
Which guy?
Endless waves of zombies running straight at your face. Adapt fast, work with your team, or just grab a machete and charge into the horde like the maniac you are. In Toxic Commando, every mission starts with a badass vehicle, and you'll need it to navigate these infected hellscapes. Each has its perks.
Jesus.
Stuck in blood and guts-filled mud with more zombies closing in? Jack a ride with a winch to pull
Really,
yourself
fella?
free, and crack open locked containers loaded with ammo, weapons, spare parts, and fuel. Teams bleeding out? An ambulance is your savior and heals everyone. Check your map for available rides and switch whenever you find something better.
That's crazy.
We've got
Someone
all the
seems to
toys
have
you'll
screwed
need to
up.
blast these monsters back to hell. Pick your primary from 16 weapon types. Shotguns, SMGs, sniper rifles, you name it. Secondary weapons like pistols back you up when you're running dry. When you're looking for brutal, bloody takedowns, melee weapons are your friends. Machetes, crowbars, all kinds of good shit. The really devastating gear like heavy machine guns and grenade launchers are hidden in missions. Explore and exchange spare parts to unlock
That's really
them.
weird.
That's what we need.
Choose a kick-ass ability for even more blood and explosions. Dominate in your own style by choosing among 4 unique classes. Strike for aggressive mayhem.
Let me
To
try.
keep everyone breathing. Operator for drone warfare and tech. Or defender to be an unstoppable wall.
Did you guys see my post?
Stack your squad however you want. Run 4 strikes if that's your vibe. This game is built from the ground up for 4-player chaos. Use matchmaking or grab your friends in a private lobby. With crossplay, anyone can join from any platform.
That's what I
Last piece of
want to
advice,
hear.
If you want to play Lone Wolf, you'll get swarmed fast. So rally your team, gear the hell up, and get ready for
Crossplay
nonstop
from
co-op
any
zombie
platform.
destruction.
So
Mark
it's
your
definitely not
calendars.
fella.
March 12, 2026 is Commando time.
Game looks alright. Game looks like it could be fun. Actually, it looks like it could be a lot of fun. That actually leads me on to my next topic. Community in our games. I was sitting down and thinking about what we could do for Friday, and I'm drawing a blank. So, what games do you guys have in mind? I mean, we've got our usual games that we could look at. You know, like the golf game. We've got Dead by Daylight. We've got that Bean game, which I'm Fall Guys that I'm thinking. You've got Among Us, which would be fun because it can... I mean, it depends how many people are going to turn up to the community night on Friday. Everyone is free to join. It's not blocked out to anything. You're over the zombie crap? Don't say that, Talos. You want to play another zombie game? Do you? It's another zombie game! Just kidding. Space Marines 2 is kind of a long game, right? And once one person starts playing... I mean, if there's only 3 people that want to play, sure. But the moment we have 4 or 5 or 6 people, then it doesn't really work. God, Rocket League. It'd be about the same time as we started today. Maybe about 15-20 minutes earlier. But, yeah, just thinking about what games might be worth checking out. Because I want it to be accessible, so it needs to either be really, really cheap, or on Game Pass, or free to play. So those are the 3 criterias, because I basically would like us, you know, it to be as accessible to as many people as possible. I've not played Space Marine, so I genuinely don't know. I'm currently playing through Dragon Quest, and I'm going to finish that before I move on to Space Marine. Of course, Spanish. Banisher, we love you. 200 gigabytes! It's like a 2-minute download. But no, I'm currently drawing massive blanks on what we can play on the day, and I really, really don't know. Gaming, then you should be able to make it. I mean, Among Us could be cool. Among Us is another good one. Well, we'll be able to tell you how the PlayStation event went. I don't know, something to think about, because I'm drawing a blank. Depending on the games that we choose, Minnie might be able to join us as well. If anyone's going to suggest FPS games, there's kind of no point. If Minnie joins with FPS, he's going to win all the time. We saw that with Murder Mystery. Yes, what if Sony just shows Wolverine? I mean, it's a 1 hour showing, right? I don't think they're just going to show a few games. They're going to show quite a few. But it would be funny if there was more movies and hardware presentations. They might even announce the PlayStation Portal OLED, right? They're also going to have a segment in there for PSSR 2.0 as well. I suspect they might do a limited edition PS5 again, because those limited editions sell, right? The only company that doesn't want to take advantage of limited edition consoles is Xbox. The horror game looked pretty fun. Which horror game is that, Woodpit? 5 seconds. I'll save that. Could happen. It's happening a lot, apparently, gaming. I don't know why. It's not specific words either, because Gorsty said the word fella can't be seen, and I can actually put fella in and it works. Yeah, but I don't have any flagged words, Steve, so I'm not sure where that's coming out from. Like, I genuinely don't know. I'm having a look again, just for the sake of it. Let's see. Let's go to the studio. Settings. Permissions. No, it's not there. Community moderation. Alright, so the only words that I have that are blocked, literally, is the F word, F off, effing, and 2 different spellings of the N word. That's it. Those are the only ones that I've got blocked. In terms of link text, hold comments with hashtags and URLs for review. So if you post a link, it needs to be reviewed, and either an admin or moderator can authorize it. But that's it. There is nothing else that's blocked. Nothing else at all. Look, you're writing end and it doesn't work for you, right? I'm writing end and it works. You guys can't write fella, but I can. Wait, never mind. It's not letting me do error now. It's not letting me do fella now. I did it the first time. Now it's not letting me. I can't type fella now. See, Woodpick can write fella. It's really weird. I think YouTube is just having a problem. But yeah, Among Us is a fun game and you can have loads of players with it. I can't type Woodpit now. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Error, try again with... I mean, it worked the first time and it's not the second. So I think YouTube is just having a problem. There you go. End fella is writing it. Yeah, I just think it's YouTube. I think they're just having a problem tonight. Alright. Let's check out this trailer as well. Since Leafy posted it.
Hey everyone, it's me, your old pal Bubsy. Ever since I announced my return, your reactions have been amazing. You said things like a game suffering from uncontrollable momentum and a confusing layout. Okay, weird. You know what? Let's try another one. His endless quips were annoying, the music was generic, and the levels were laid out like Are these even the right reviews? Oh, they're not. Oh, Phew. Oh,
Man, those... That was some amazing graphics back in the day, man. That was next gen. That was next gen, man.
okay then. Here are the right ones. See? Now this is what I'm talking about.
Atari.
Oh yeah, this feels good. We got tech now, baby.
Bubsy 4D.
I'm talking bigger bosses, meaner enemies, and of course, me in beautiful HD. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Are you ready? See, we're not even scared of GTA. What do you mean it got delayed again?
At least they're conscious of GTA. Do you think their Jurassic Park game will be out this year? Honestly, I have no idea. I would like it to be out, and if it is, I don't see it coming before the end of the year. But that's GTA territory, and no one's releasing their game end of year. I don't know, it looked okay. Definitely better than what it used to be, which was a polygonal mess. Alright. It is Bubsy, yeah, Woodpit. Honestly, I really hope it does well, because we have such a shortage of platform games that are designed like, you know, just pure fun, that it's crazy, and I really hope it does well. People keep asking for these games, and they just need to start buying them, so it gives them an indication that people want them. I don't like what some companies do, where they say, hey, like for example, with the Rayman, they're kind of doing a remake of Rayman, or a remaster, whatever it is, and they said, hey, if this one sells well, then we'll make Rayman 4. I don't like that sort of thing. Just don't waste money on this. Make Rayman 4, because that's what people want. People don't want a remake of the first game. They want Rayman 4. So hopefully this game does well, and we can see more games. Team Killer Media. We're actively progressing on several exciting projects, with more announcements and reveals coming your way very soon. Today, however, we're especially thrilled to share some big news with the entire Team Kill community. Thanks to the overwhelming success of Code Violet and the incredible support from all of you, we are officially confirming that development has begun on the next chapter of Violet's story, Code Ultra Violet. We're incredibly excited about what's ahead and can't wait to bring you along for the journey. So, Code Violet apparently sold incredibly well, and they are happy. They made a profit. You know, everything's good, and so it is getting a sequel, Ultra Violet. The original game is getting a Hell Horde mode as well. That DLC is coming on well. You can see here, no freaking way, you guys, the sequel is in the works. I'm really excited. I'm guessing they paid a lot of people to post on their behalf. So, or they just made accounts. Either way, for any of you in chat that really enjoyed Code Violet, just know that a sequel called Ultra Violet is coming. Hey, why so serious? They're going to release the new PS5 exclusive again? Oh yeah, it's going to be PS5 exclusive. Team Kill Media are an industry. It has something to do with their profanity filter, I think. I don't know what it is. It's not mine. Oh, you're getting Starfield, Chili, whether you like it or not. They all work for Team Killer. This is not a joke. This is not a drill. Thanks to the overwhelming success of Code Violet. Overwhelming success, which means, I mean, depending on how much this game actually cost to develop, they made a profit. So enough people bought Code Violet for this game to be a profit. I'm just... It's crazy. They're never going to escape the allegations, man. Blizzard confirms it will be redesigning the new Overwatch hero, Anran, after outcry from fans. Apparently, she looks too pretty, and the fans have apparently turned around and said, you need to make her more ugly. And so that is what it looks like Overwatch is going to do. She's the new character. Apparently, a bunch of people came out saying that, you know, she's way too pretty and that's not right. And, you know, it's not conforming. So the voice actor for Anran decided to speak out as well. And she said that she was disheartened that the character was really pretty and didn't, you know, envision real women. And so it looks like they're going back and changing the looks of the character. Now, you do have a protest from another voice actress who says, I'm a voice actor and I can't imagine ever being so entitled as to complain about my character's looks and demand the developers alter it to my specifications. Peak narcissism. She should have held off on posting permanently. Not sure how this is going to play out, but I think that's a bad move from Blizzard. They shouldn't have done that. Rise of Rome was a good game. They literally have 15 reviews on Metacritic. They couldn't even give that game away. Hey man, you never know. I think this is stupid, and I think Overwatch is probably going to get, well, Blizzard are going to get a lot of backlash from this. They already are. I just don't think this was needed. Blizzard knows their audience. They know what people want from the characters. Why people aren't catering to the people paying money as opposed to activists who aren't paying money is always going to be beyond me. Hey, see? Why So Serious can say POS. So yeah. So this is happening right now. This is causing a lot of stir. And it looks like the activists are winning again. I did it for you, Chili. I did it for you. I mean, she basically made a video and that was basically saying how she felt almost offended that the character was so pretty and so good looking. And I'm like, just shut up. You're getting paid to voice a character. It's not even modeled after you. You're not going to buy the game. Another Eden Begins is coming to Nintendo Switch. Travel across time and space in Another Eden Begins. Nintendo Switch 2 edition from Studio Prisma EN this summer. Another Eden Begins will also be available on Nintendo Switch. Some of you may like this game. Which character are you talking about, Vince?
Welcome to the A cast of unique allies from throughout history and beyond join you as you travel across time and space to stop the future.
I can see you writing
lost
POS.
Forever. This is where it all begins. Another Eden Begins is scheduled for release summer 2026.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Welcome to the world of another Eden.
That's really interesting. So, on YouTube's chat, you're getting censored, right? But over on StreamYard, where I'm actually seeing the chat log, it's not being censored. So it's definitely something on YouTube's side. Their chat algorithm has probably screwed up. Because on... Now I see it, because I'm not seeing your message, Vince, on the actual YouTube log. But I am seeing it on StreamYard. So it's definitely a YouTube thing, because it's definitely coming through on StreamYard, because I can see your messages on StreamYard. But I can't see it on YouTube. If you don't like the character appearance, why apply for the role? I mean, technically the appearance shouldn't even matter. You're getting paid to do a voice. That's it. Right? But hey, this game looks pretty cool. This, Eden, if you like these sorts of games. And yeah, some of you might be interested in it. Some of you maybe not. But there you go. MBG is already preparing himself for Horizon 3 to being a cross-gen game. He's already looking forward to buying this game on the PS5 and 6. Or playing it on the PS5 and 6 when the PS6 eventually comes out in 2030. These guys are looking way too far ahead. I mean, by the time it goes to PS6, it'll be on PC for sure. I'm not... I don't think so. I can have a look. Another Eden... a free-to-play game. Another Eden is a free-to-play game. This is Another Eden Begins. So this is an actual purchase game. You've got Another Eden Global. Another Eden Begins is a different is an actual retail game. What's up, Steve? I see you said, "Oh my god." You called my name. So what did you need? Was there anything you needed when you called my name? Oh. But is he buying it on Xbox too? Hey, if a game ever does land on Xbox, I am all-knowing gaming. I am all-seeing. I know everything. How can I help you, Steve? Are you still being lowballed? Make Mini play Huntsman again? Hey, look, see, that should be a word that is blocked. This one's interesting. The FT is reporting that Microsoft may win tariff exemptions on chips from TSMC, who provides silicon for Azure data centers, AMD, Xbox SoC, and much more. That's kind of cool. That will definitely help the price, right? One of the biggest problems facing Microsoft's capex pertains to chip tariffs, and the US might finally be waking up to the self-inflicted pain it's causing. Microsoft and the other hyperscalers are set for a big windfall if this new report is true. One of the biggest constraints facing big tech right now revolves almost entirely around US economic policy. The Trump administration's often arbitrary application of tariffs on foreign goods has wrought havoc across various industries, pushing up prices for US consumers while wiping out hundreds of thousands of jobs. Amazon alone is cutting 16,000 positions as of January, and Microsoft laid off over 10,000 throughout last year. Line must go up mentality has forced firms to cut costs in and push its prices to offset margin pressure from tariffs, which act as tax on imported goods into the United States. Is there anything here that's actually good? The biggest pressure point for Microsoft and other hyperscalers like Amazon and Google revolves around cloud and AI-first data centers. Building out compute and artificial intelligence platforms is becoming so expensive that it has investors spooked. Microsoft and Amazon both have seen hundreds of billions in market capitalization wiped out over capital expenditure concerns. A new report in Financial Times suggests that relief may be on the way. Citing sources familiar with the matter, albeit unauthorized to speak officially, FT says that the US administration is allowing TSMC to provide exemptions to specific companies from an updated tariff regime. The White House is trying to incentivize TSMC and other chip makers to invest in US manufacturing instead, to which Taiwan-based TSMC has pledged $165 billion in future investments. The tariff carve-outs would reportedly be tied to how Taiwan allocates investments in building out US-based chip manufacturing operations, although the sources say the plans are still in flux. So Microsoft is using TSMC to build its homegrown Maya 100, Maya 200, and Cobalt 100 AI data center chips. It's also indirectly partners with TSMC for most of its other silicon needs. Microsoft and Asus Xbox Ally gaming handheld uses AMD's Z2 chip, largely fabricated via TSMC. The next-gen Xbox SoC, codenamed Magnus by AMD, is also most likely being produced by TSMC. So, if they get the exemption, maybe the pricing will go down? Maybe? I think Steve just gave up. I think he realized that he's finally going bald. He can't take it anymore. Hey, look, it happens to the worst of us. So, I mean, I'm the best of us, obviously, so it's not happening to me. But I guess he's going bald now, so he's not happy about it. What can I say, man? Oof. Oof. Oh, damn. Is this real? I don't trust this woman. Oh shit. Oh, that's gotta hurt. That relooted game that we saw that you guys were saying was bad, its peak player base was 57. I don't even want to laugh. I feel bad for laughing, but oh man. Oh man, imagine putting your life's work into building that, and the first thing you get is, yeah, that's relooted. Oh man, I feel bad for them. I feel bad. I didn't mean to laugh, but that was just... Hi God? Hi God. I heard that game did a nice rebound, right? Jesus, it's down to 2,000 players. Maybe it did not do the rebound we thought it did. Mate, I guess Highguard is going to have a very painful death. Apparently, Xbox is issuing out avowed codes to PS5 fans. So that's happening. You see, I didn't get a code. Because apparently I'm too poor. The only other news I've got is Arc Raiders. I don't know if you guys heard about that. They've introduced they're introducing a new mode that basically removes EXP from PvP. And they believe that that's going to decentivize people from PvPing because there's no XP to gain from it. I don't think they quite understand why people are doing what they're doing. They're not doing it for the sake of XP. They're doing it because they can. So, yeah. I mean, it was kind of like an extraction shooter, but it's kind of like a PvEVP game. So you don't have to PvP. You just go, loot. There's a bunch of PvE trying to murder you anyway. And you just got to extract. But people think that, you know... I'm guessing the developers think that this is going to decentivize people from doing it. I don't think that's going to happen. Zelda's got their 40th anniversary in 10 days. So... hopefully we'll see something for Zelda coming soon. Not that I have any interest in playing it, but... you know, it might be a thing. There's a new demo for Echo Generation 2 landing tomorrow. No, in 2 days. On Xbox and Steam. So, for those of you that were excited for Echo Generation, that's happening. Lies of P and Overture DLC has now surpassed 4 million cumulative copies sold. 90% of total revenue generated from Western markets. I really did enjoy Lies of P. I never did finish it, but I did enjoy it. I don't know if this is real or not, but if it is, this is hilarious. This is your 5th time launching Destiny 2 today. Are you okay? When Steve is asking you if you're okay for playing this game, at that point, you know that there's something wrong. Yeah. Am I hyped for the 30-minute Marathon showcase? Oh, we're probably going to see Marathon as well on Thursday, aren't we? By helping people, do you mean ending their existence? But yeah, guys, for the community night. Any thoughts? I'm open to... We've got the golf game that's been suggested. We've got maybe Among Us, potentially. That's not multiplayer. It needs to be multiplayer, easily accessible, either free to play or on Game Pass. Or really cheap. I think we're going to see something from Hideo Kojima on Thursday. So I think that's happening. Yeah, but it's not a game that you can like kind of jump in and jump out after each round. So we need something that's interchangeable. Where you can have a game and then rotate people around. Don't know if we're going to see Corey's new game. That would be interesting. I am going to guess that YouTube's comment section is really bad. So people can't comment properly. Yeah, I'm assuming people are getting errors. I'm not really seeing any other news about other than just people really upset with the Overwatch news. I thought about PvP, but no one really likes PvP. I originally suggested to play Halo PvP, which is free to play and everyone can join in, regardless of whether you're on PC or Xbox. And the one time I suggested anything PvP related, Everyone ducked out. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a list of games in my Discord, in the community night section, and just feel free to make your suggestions, and I'll add everything that I've seen in the chat, and we'll go from there. And hopefully by end of tomorrow, we'll have something more concrete so I can make the thumbnail. Because at the moment, I'm unable to make the thumbnail because I don't know what we're doing, unless I just do a generic community night placeholder. But there's not much else for me. Replace demos tomorrow, which we know about. There is a DICE presentation happening Thursday morning. Is anyone actually going to watch that on a more serious level? I just need to know if people actually are seriously interested in watching the DICE awards. If you're talking about Kong, that game doesn't exist. Oh, that's awesome, Chili. I told you, man, hard work gets you there. But yeah, the DICE Awards take place at 4 a.m. in the morning. I suspect they finish around 7 a.m. in the morning. In my video, I already said I'm probably out for this. But if enough people actually want to tune in, there's like a 1% chance that I may turn up. Man United are never going to let this dude have a haircut. This is the guy who basically said until Man United win 5 games in a row, he will not get his haircut. Man United won 4 games, and tonight they drew 1-1. They had a goal falsely disallowed, which would have given this guy his haircut. But it looks like the referees and the linesmen and the fake VAR had other plans. So, Man United got robbed of 3 points tonight, and he got robbed. Weird AI. This ain't AI, this is real. Man United got robbed of 3 points, and he got robbed of a haircut. Just thought I'd put it out there. We'll just get relegated. This guy, man, he must have been crying. But yeah, I feel bad for him. I do. But yeah, the bigger news right now is the Overwatch stuff, which unfortunately is kind of sad because, you know, they're taking a character which looked fine and had no problems and making her less pretty and less attractive just because. Well, chat, I think that's going to be it. I don't think I've got any other news. There's the anniversary for Diablo that's coming up for Diablo 2, the 25th anniversary. Lollipop Chainsaw Switch 2 edition has been confirmed. To celebrate the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, this costume will be distributed as a free update across all platforms. And it is basically a very, very risque bunny outfit. So Lollipop Chainsaw is coming to Nintendo Switch finally. Yeah, at some point I think he's just going to disappear from the internet and just get the haircut. But yeah, since we don't really know what games to suggest. I'm going to put the Discord section up, and hopefully we can come up with some games. Like I said, we need something. Don't forget Subnautica on Switch 2. Everyone forgets about Subnautica on Switch 2. In fact, everyone just forgets about Subnautica full stop. What's happening with the Weird streaming drama? Never heard anything about that. Didn't hear anything about the Weird drama. I know the new update was insanely good. Power Boss said something? I don't even see his name. Oh, where is Power Boss? No idea. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that there's not much else. Alright, folks, I am going to call it there. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight, and hopefully we can, you know, knuckle down some games to play on Friday. Everyone is welcome. Those of you that are members will have priority. It's just something I give back to members who are members. You can become a member from as little as $1. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. We got through quite a bit of news, including football news and a bit of other news. But yeah, I had a great time. I hope you had an awesome time. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next stream. All right, folks. Peace out and remain legend. Have a good night, folks. Don't forget, folks, check out my Discord, link in the description below if you want to take part in Community Night. There'll be a post that's going up there in the next 5 minutes for game suggestions. I'm going to put a bunch of them down there. Feel free to say which games you can play, which ones you're interested in, and we'll try and pick the one that fits with most people. All right, man. Peace out.